Not only is Ford about to sell direct, copying Tesla's model to some degree, they're also going to do one other thing: force dealers to sell electric cars without markups. This is very, very significant. If you combine this with the other Ford news we just found out, that'll be in a separate video by the way, then you've got to say some interesting stuff is going on right now at Ford. Big, big changes. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. My name is Sam Evans. Ford plans to block dealer markups on electric cars. That's pretty significant. What Ford wants is this. It wants customers to know exactly what they'll pay long before they even arrive at a dealership in order to pick up their vehicle. That's if they even go to one at all. At this week's Capital Markets Day, the first in-person investor conference Ford has held since 2016, the Blue Oval CEO Jim Farley told investors that they plan to move to non-negotiated pricing on new vehicles from January 2024. So not very long. This is not the first time this strategy has been considered by Ford. As I've mentioned on the channel on numerous occasions, Ford's been in the news, as well as General Motors and Toyota, in fact, as well, for doing some pretty unfortunate things. It's really sullied Ford's brand name. Jim Farley hates this. He's trying to stop it. What do I mean by this? I mean, Ford dealers marking prices up to just astronomical levels, or doing things where they agree with a customer on a price in store, then calling them up later on the phone and trying to say, no, the price was different. We made a mistake. It's actually $10,000 more. We have another buyer. If you don't want to go through with this order, then we're going to have to put you to the end of the list. Could take you another year to get the car. These sorts of things. They want to avoid these sorts of things that stop people from wanting to buy Fords. Ford CEO Jim Farley has suggested that fixed pricing should be introduced several times over the past few years. This is a big issue for Ford. He most notably said this when introducing the new Ford E-certified programs that dealers must sign if they want to continue selling EVs like the Mustang Mach-E, if they want to get EVs at all. Eventually, Ford will only sell EVs. So this is a big challenge for a lot of dealers, because basically, if you really want to sell Ford's portfolio of electric cars, you've got to invest $1.2 million US dollars. It's a lot of money. If you think of the thousands of Ford dealerships, a lot of them are small and wouldn't be in a position to invest that kind of money into changing their dealership, installing chargers, going through the training. Anyway, regardless, the point is it's $1.2 million US dollars. The plan for Ford here is cull lots of dealerships. Cull the ones that they think are not providing service, essentially. If you have to invest this kind of money and you can't afford it, then Ford thinks maybe you're not a dealer we want to have around. But the other thing is, Ford thinks that dealerships are, in many cases, unnecessary. So if you live in like a regional area and there's a small Ford dealership in your area, Ford thinks, well, you don't really need that dealership. You can just drive half an hour to another Ford dealership, a bigger one, and then we can basically sell you a car directly, make more money on it, maybe reduce margins. That's what's going to happen here for dealerships. Margins will be reduced, meaning that Ford dealers that are small won't make enough money to survive. Excessive markups have been shown to affect customer sentiment toward manufacturers and dealers alike. And Ford has introduced several in-demand vehicles over the past 2 years that many dealers have overcharged for. I mean, Ford themselves could be said to have overcharged as well. They've increased the price of the F-150 Lightning on 5 separate occasions. Within the space of a year, 5 separate occasions. The thing is here, Jim Farley believes investors are concerned. That's part of the reason why Ford's stock price has, done nothing. It's so low compared to other automakers in particular. Ford's stock price is very, very low. And Jim Farley thinks, investors want us to change this model. Investors want to trust the brand, trust that its brand loyalty will grow, not decline, which is what it has been doing. He said, we're matching these upcoming new vehicles with a modern and simple customer experience that starts with one major breakthrough: non-negotiable price. He added that the company is going to reduce physical inventories dramatically in Model E as in all electric cars, so the future inventory period for the company, but in particular, their inventory of electric cars will be reduced. It'll be like a buy-to-order type scenario. He says they'll deploy a new marketing model that focuses on loyalty and customer communication and building a community rather than spending billions of dollars on TV advertising and broadcast media. Recently, Ford Jim Farley, has criticized other automakers for spending money on advertising that he thinks is wasted money. He's saying, if you're going to advertise a product, why advertise a product you don't actually have stock of, which is what General Motors and Hyundai have done a few times, in particular at the Super Bowl. At the same event, Ford's Advanced Product Development and Technology Officer Doug Field said that Ford's EV customers will have flexible purchase options online or in-store with the transparent pricing that they don't have to haggle over, and remote vehicle delivery and later pickup as well. So if you can order online and you can get remote vehicle delivery, then that's buying direct. I mean, Ford might try and tell dealer groups, oh, no, this is not direct, but it is. This is buying direct. Dealer groups will fight this. The reason Ford are doing this, well, like I said, margins. Ford makes a loss, a massive loss, $20,000 per EV they sell. Margins are very, very important for Ford. The other thing that matters, the other reason for this is that they think that it will improve the customer experience, make them more likely to buy a car from Ford in the future. And of course, it is actually true. Ford's correct on this. There's been many, many different analyses of the dealer groups, the dealer models, everything that's going on in the United States in particular over the past 12 months. The groups who sold directly actually sold twice as many cars than the groups who didn't, on average. So selling online actually really does work. People can't be bothered driving around trying to compare prices, trying to haggle, trying to argue. They just want to buy direct. In fact, I think in many cases people would buy direct if they knew, even paying more, if they knew that the experience would be quick, fast, get it done with, get the car delivered to you, don't have to worry about anything, and it's all sorted. Despite a planned reduction in EV inventory at dealerships, Ford also promises it will be able to deliver the right vehicle in less than 10 days. How exactly are they going to do that if they don't have inventory? Here's what they said. Customers also want to get their dream vehicle, not settle for what's on the lot. Soon, they'll have far more options available to purchase through their dealer from new retail replenishment centers. These centers can hold a couple of weeks of inventory and deliver the right vehicle in less than 10 days. So here you can see Ford is very much saying, oh, they can get the vehicle through their dealer. The dealer's going to have nothing to do with it. These vehicles will be held at Ford's massive factories. They'll probably have maybe 6 big factories in the US storing all these cars. And then what they'll do is they'll ship those cars directly to the customer, pay the dealer a reduced fee, simply because the customer is in that dealership area. That's what I believe their plan is. Because of this, Ford believes it will be able to shift plenty more vehicles far more quickly and improve customer experience, therefore being able to sell more cars, which is part of why it aims to manufacture 2 million electric cars in 2026. Will it deliver on that number? No, of course not. But, the point is here, aim for the moon. Don't reach the moon, get halfway. That's still a good achievement. According to Lisa Drake, VP of EV Industrialization for Ford's electric vehicle division, from 2022 through the end of 2026, Model E, as in the electric side of Ford, will grow from just under 100,000 units to well over 1 million. When you add Ford Pro for total capacity, Ford total capacity will reach 2 million EVs. So we are wasting no time already increasing our production in our first gen EVs. Basically, she's saying, no, Ford will make 2 million electric cars in 2026. I don't think she realizes that we're nearly at 2024. That's only 2.5 years before Ford has to start delivering 2 million electric cars in a single 12-month period for Ford to actually give investors what they're promising. Will that happen? I'm really quite surprised that Ford is still sticking with this, because they're nowhere near. They're nowhere near these numbers. They're so far away from this production number. Do I hope that they can do that? Yeah, absolutely. It would be great if they did. This strategy is one that the dealers will be reluctant to embrace. It takes power out of their hands. They can't add markups, but it appears to be for the best for the company in the long run. I think that's true. Ford is not cutting its dealer network out of the equation. It says this over and over and over and over and over. No, dealers, don't worry, it's okay. The customer still pays the dealer directly, but they don't have to go to the dealer if they don't want to, apparently. This means buyers can shop around easily, and if they find an F-150 Lightning configuration they like at one dealer, they'll only need to compare the specifications of vehicles offered by other dealers. Nobody will make a 300-mile trip to get their ideal spec, only to be forced into a tense negotiation once they arrive. In fact, Ford says they can have the vehicle delivered directly to their door. This should help customers stick with the blue oval, especially if rivals like Chevrolet are hesitant to stop their insane markups that we've seen on some of their vehicles recently. Unlike Tesla's direct sales system, the dealer is still part of the process, kind of, and can continue to earn from accessories and maintenance. It's the best possible system proposed so far and should help Ford grow with ease. Now, the thing here is saying they're going to earn money with servicing, which is obviously the main bread and butter income for dealerships. Ford dealerships know that's not true. I mean, what exactly are they going to do when they service these electric vehicles? Not a lot. In fact, very little. Eventually, customers will realize my car doesn't actually need to be serviced. I mean, look at Tesla. You don't have to service your car at all to maintain the warranty. So servicing premiums, or the amount of money the dealerships make from servicing, I'm sure they'll still make something, but those figures will definitely decrease significantly. Big changes are coming to the automotive industry worldwide. The future of selling cars is probably not dealerships. I think Ford's on the right track here, but it's going to be challenging for them. The United States car market is by far their most important car market. They're losing sales big time in China. Europe and China, they're, I think, pretty much giving up on and going to focus on North America. But in North America, well, the dealership networks are very, very powerful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.